God damn, it's a Thursday. It is January 27th, episode 36 of the G3 podcast. Welcome everyone to our live stream. We're a day early because we have some stuff going on. But again, this is your host, BJG, where we talk about everything geeky and nerdy and everything in between. Along with me is, of course, my very guapo co-hosts. Starting off with everybody's favorite captain, Captain Mike. Captain, what's up, sir?
Hey, what is happening, boys and girls? This is your captain speaking, and welcome back to the G3 podcast.
Pero magkape ka nga. Parang hindi ka pa nagkakape. Ito, okay, kape tayo. And of course, talking about caffeine and overloaded, very virtuous, very righteous person, none other than the bigote of the century, Noch, is in the house. Sir, magandang gabi sa'yo.
Ano ba narinig ko? Bigote or bigotre?
Bigote. Narinig mo ba? Kaya nga righteous eh. Bigotres of the house. Noch, kamusta
Hello, good evening, good night, good morning, good day.
Yeah.
Mga katribo. Yun lang.
Tribo.
Ayos. Magandang usapan to ngayong gabi mga kaibigan. Welcome everybody. We're going to be talking about a lot of fun stuff, things that are still connected with what we talked about the last time, of course. Tingnan natin itong mga tao dito. Let's just quickly say hello to our viewers. We have Archie Manalo, or Archie, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream.
Hey.
Thank you for notifying. And of course, Stanley, Yosdakun. Oye, Yosdakun.
Lagi yan si Archie. Sir.
There, man. Si Yosdakun. Thank you. Welcome everybody. Thank you for the followage, man. Thank you. Just feel free to hang out. It's another an hour and a half of stuff that we're going to be talking about. The stuff that we love, the stuff that we enjoy, everything geeky and nerdy in between. We'll talk about it, you know. Pero kamustahan muna tayo. It's not a regular day. Normally we're on Fridays, but I guess somebody has something to do. So, Captain Mike, ano bang meron? Bakit tayo nag-live na maaga?
Some of us will be out going Friday over the weekend, no. Myself included, may lakad kasi kami ni girlfriend syempre.
Talaga ba?
Yeah.
Talaga ba? Sampo ta. Oy, ano pa, pandemya pa, ang lakad.
Hindi, ano lang to.
Safe ba yan?
Yeah, I had actually good question, no. I had to take a RT-PCR test kasi it'll be outside of the outside
of
the
the
metro.
norm.
Yan. Kaya yun.
Outside of the north. RT-CPR. Ano, dugo?
Lalamunan.
So yun.
Okay. Sige. Ikaw lang ba may lakad, Noch? May lakad ka rin mabukas?
Yun.
Bigla ako naglalakad Pero, ganun talaga. Sometimes may mga plan na hindi nag-fall through. Kaya, sa ngayon, Thursday muna tayo. Pero definitely, pag wala namang lakad every Friday, 9 p.m. Hindi on the clock. Basta 9 p.m. magabang na.
Around, so it's every Friday, 9 a.m., 9 p.m.-ish, more or less, some sort of kind.
9 to 9:15.
Yeah. Also, do not forget to subscribe. We have a link tree. You just take a look at it from the description there. We have a link tree going to our Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube pages. Yeah, we have Twitter.
Don't make us big.
Please.
Wala kami ng followers. Please share.
But in all honesty, please.
Sabi Archie, where is Wing now? Heaven or hell? May kasama namin kayo na yun.
Based on what we talked about with the Bomba Films and Weng Weng Association, malamang you know where it's going. Alam mo na kung saan pumunta. George Estragan Sr.
George is Reagan.
Haligi sa Alikabuak. Kasama si Weng Weng. Yan. Well, we're going to be talking about something like that, believe it or not. But please head on over to YouTube. Just go to YouTube and look for the G3 podcast there. Also on Instagram and on Twitter. We'll be posting a lot of our announcements, our shout-outs, our sudden quips, and our brain farts on Twitter. We'll post our photos, our news will be on our Instagram, general community where we hang out here on Facebook, and of course, all of our uploads, all of our highlights, and all of our content will be brought over to YouTube for you to watch at your convenience. If you want to ruin about an hour or so of your life, just go to Facebook and YouTube, watch our videos. You will like it.
Watch our videos.
Yeah.
Yan. Okay, so without further ado, I mean, it's before that, sorry, I just have to make a quick shout out to Kai Creatives.
Oy, kay
Yan, yung
Creatives, hello, hello.
binabanggit ko dyan.
Napaka-solid.
Magbe-message pala ako kay Creatives, ha. I have, ay, nakita mo ba yung ano? Nakita mo yung ginagawa nila ngayon? They're doing Shira. Ah, ang ganda. Ang ganda ng
Correct.
paggawa, man. Ang galing, ang galing. If you're, if you're into old school cartoons,
Ano naman, oh.
yan, Thundercats, they did Combatron. I have a Krang t-shirt. Kung kilala niyo si Krang, guys, di ba? Magkaka-childhood tayo. I also saw yan, si Slimer. Also Slimer stickers. Actually, I have some stickers here. Wait. Tatanggalin ko lang yung background ko for a bit.
Ayun, oh.
Para lang maano natin, yan, nakikita nyo, di ba? Daming kalat. So, meron tayong Combatron sticker. We have a Krang sticker here.
Krang.
And I have a few more stickers na hindi ko pa nailalagay. Pero yeah, sobrang galing. These are waterproof stickers, no? For those na kung saan niyo man nilalagay, bahala na kayo, di ba? Pero yeah, tayo na, Kai Creators, check them out. Look at their t-shirts. Sobrang ganda ng quality ng pagkagawa ng design.
Ayan,
there you go.
oh.
There.
Congratulations.
They have the Slimer, Sky Commanders, the Thundercat stickers. Yeah. So yeah, Kai Creations. Go for it.
Power Extreme.
Power Extreme, wala naman silang Power Extreme sticker.
Meron.
Oh, they
Wala.
Ay, t-shirt pala, t-shirt. Ang gusto ko nga dun yung yung Ewok.
Ang cute, no?
Ang cute ng Ewok eh. So,
Nung nakita ko nung nakita ko yung mga waterproof stickers, so binili ko lahat.
Oh.
Ganda, ang ganda.
Tapos nagpabili ka ng kape sa akin. Grabe, putagis.
Tapos nilibre nila ako ng Slimer na stickers.
Yun, doon tayo. Yun ang masakit eh. Nakalibre ka pa. Pero please head on over. I put them on the comment section. That's their link. That's Sky Creations. Click nyo lang yun.
Yan.
You get to their pages. And then you'll check out their wares. They're coming up with a new design. Ang ganda ng Shira talaga. Ang kukuha
Ganda
talaga.
ng Shira, galing niya.
Classic Shira, pare. Anyway, before we get into the thick of things, of course, we always take our time to take a look at what happened in the geek community and the nerd kingdoms around us in the past week. And we are going to head right into the first part of our show. And that is, of course, to give you the hottest and the latest and the greatest of the news this week in the nerd and the geek communities this side of town. Here is G3 News. Alam mo naman kami from G, we are coming from all walks of life, so we have some very controversial stuff to start things up. Starting up with a news from Variety.com saying Disney responds to Peter Dinklage's Snow White outrage. We're consulting with dwarfism community. In an article written by Zach Sharf in Variety.com, says Disney has issued a response over its upcoming live-action Snow White remake following criticisms made by Peter Dinklage. The Game of Thrones Emmy winner blasted the Disney remake during an interview on Mac Maron's WTF podcast, calling out the fairy tales fucking backwards, quote unquote, depiction of dwarves. To avoid reinforcing stereotypes from the original animated film, we are taking a different approach with these 7 characters and have been consulting with members of the dwarfism community, a spokesperson for Disney said in a statement to Variety. We look forward to sharing more, and the film heads into production after a lengthy development period. The live-action Snow White film is being directed by Mark Webb, best known for helming 500 Days of Summer, for you guys out there, and the Andrew Garfield starring Amazing Spider-Man movies. West Side Story breakout Rachel Zegler is starring in the title role, with Gal Gadot also on board as the villainous evil queen. To quip what Dinklage said, he was a little taken aback when the studio celebrated casting a Latina actress as Snow White, despite telling a story with a problematic representation of dwarves. He quotes, "Take a step back and look at what you're doing there. It makes no sense to me," Dinklage said. "You're progressive in one way, but then you're still making that fucking backwards story about 7 dwarves living in a cave together. What the fuck are you doing?" For more information about that story, please head on over to variety.com. That's variety.com, and look at the article written by Zach Sharf about Disney's response to Peter Dinklage. That is our first news for the evening. Moving on to the next one. Ito medyo gusto ko to. Hot off the tail, we talked about how Activision Blizzard was bought off or is being bought off by Microsoft. Blizzard takes new AAA survival game for PC and consoles. For those fans out there, here's some bit of news for you. In an article written by Jake Su and geekculture.co, while we definitely expected something to come out from the massive Microsoft X Activision Blizzard deal, it seems like the folks behind Diablo and World of Warcraft have other surprises. Blizzard has announced that it is set to develop a new AAA survival game, and it will be arriving on both PC and consoles. In an announcement post, the company shared that Blizzard is embarking on the next quest. We are going on a journey to a whole new universe, new lore, a place full of heroes we have yet to meet, stories yet to be told, and adventures yet to be lived. A vast realm of possibility, quote unquote, wanting to be explored. Every story needs a teller, and every word needs builders. What if that could be you? For more information about this news, about the new AAA game title, head on over to geekculture.co/Blizzard teases new AAA survival game, written by Jack Su. That's our second news. Do I want to go to the third news? Okay, let's just do it. Third news of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. I give you Noch. Hindi, ako na. Baka mamaya magbura to eh. I'm just gonna read it as it is, as objective as I could. Mortal Kombat 2. Mortal Kombat 2 movie sequel is moving ahead with the Moon Knight writer. The sequel is ready to test its might. According to an article with IGN Southeast Asia, a new line is ready to test its might with Mortal Kombat 2, a sequel to the live-action adaptation released last year. Deadline reports the new movie will be written by Jeremy Slater, who is also the head writer of Marvel's Moon Knight series. It's primed to pick up from the last movie, which proved to be a pandemic-era hit, opening at #1 in the box office and ranking among HBO's Max top films. That is about as much as I can read from the news, ladies and gentlemen. I leave it up to you to go to sea.ign.com and read the story yourself. Thank you very much. And that has been our top 3 news for the week. Let's talk about them one by one. Starting off with something that I can pretty much talk about more than the third one. Peter Dinklage. God damn, guys, that's new. This is weird. I mean, how did you react when you read about this article? Start off with you, Captain Mike. Peter Dinklage is outraged. What did you think?
Outrage siya kagad. Parang alam mo yung what does he know? Yun muna yung first question ko eh. What does he know about what's gonna be happening? Kaya nagsabi kagad si Disney na we're already talking to the dwarfism community. Tapos parang parang nagre-react siya kagad na kasi parang sabi niya dito is casting the lead is a leap but not happy with the dwarves living in a cave. So, ito ngayon ang gusto ko malaman, no. Bakit kagad niya naisip na cave kagad yung eksena? Binase niya lang ba dun sa cartoon? Kasi right now, and I'm gonna say this right off the bat, no, people are obviously sensitive with who they are or how they are represented in their community. Everyone is, di ba? Lahat naman. And para sa akin, I think he just reacted too early. Gusto ko muna makita kung pinalabas na yung trailer and then he feels bad about it, that's nag-react siya, then sige, well and good. So, yun yung para sa akin.
Okay. Well, we did watch the trailer. That was actually released last April. And I think most of his comments wouldn't be based here ultimately. It's just that it's the representation of the cast and the casting of the movie. But let's ask Noch. Noch, what do you think, man? I mean, I think he's the most level-headed in responding to this. So
We had
ano
a
ba
lengthy
pare? Ano pa
discussion about this.
lengthy is an understatement. Sige, Noch. Anong palagay mo rito, man?
Well, ako kasi, titignan natin kung, kailangan mo tignan kung saan siya nagagaling. Diba? I mean, for one, he might just be, he might just be referencing to the decision na you're going to be casting a Latina to play as Snow White. No, magiging issue yan for people eh. Only because ang nagiging disagreement dyan is bakit Latina? Kasi ang description was her skin was as white as snow or something like that. Bakit hindi Caucasian? Alam naman natin Latina is yung skin tone ng Latinas are very close to Filipinos, diba? Brown skin basically. So saan mapupunta yung skin as white as snow? So wala, hindi mo siya makikita. I think that sparked everything eh. Kasi I'm not even sure kung may trailer ba to, BJ? Hindi ko napanood yung trailer.
Yeah, so the trailer revealed very little. It just talked about it showed, the setting, it showed the forest, it showed the queen. Well, it didn't really show the queen's face, but people were I guess the catalyst of it was when they announced the non-white Snow White, Tapos doon nagsimula eh.
I think the trailer you mentioned was just a concept.
Yeah, that's the
it wasn't official. So
that's it. It. So yung palang yung nilalabas. And then when the news came out about the casting, and then they, news around Hollywood started circulating about how they're gonna push forward with the movie, getting Gal Gadot as the Evil Queen and whatnot. Yung casting yung problema, and how they're trying to make it modern by changing the nature of the dwarves. I think that's what the problem was.
Definitely. Kasi alam mo, yung mga tao kasi, it'll always be casting. That's the problem for them. Diba? Kung nakita nila if they don't agree in the casting, if they don't agree in the casting, magagalit na agad sila. Parang ba't ganun? Hindi naman bagay, hindi mo ganyan. Ang dami na nangyari ganyan. It's similar to saying na Idris Elba will be the next James Bond. Maraming nagsabi na, bakit African American ang James Bond? Hindi naman African American James Bond ah. Bakit? Ikaw ba nag-create ng James Bond? Yung dating James Bond ba, ibig sabihin ba pag ginawang Caucasian yung James Bond, forever na yun? Di ba? Hindi naman. Katem. Yung mga, alam mo, yung minsan yung mga pinaglalaban ng mga tao. Diba? Sobrang liit na bagay. Pinapalaki ng nila eh. Ano naman kung si Idris Elba yung next, I'm not saying he is pero what if siya nga yung maging James Bond? What's the issue? Because he's black? You racist. And I'm talking to you, whoever you are. You racist. What's the problem with that? Si Idris Elba, he's the fucking shit. Pinanood ko nga lang talaga yung Suicide Squad because of him. Ano ba yan? Sobrang galing niya kaya actor. I mean, The Dark Tower. Sa pa ba? Nawawala sa isip ko yung mga movies niya. Pero I mean, again, this is just an example. There are a lot of
knuckles.
Yun lang.
Yun lang.
Wala tayong agad eh. Gusto nila eh. Pero anyway, ang sinasabi ko lang is, Idris Elba is just one out of like 20 names that are being nominated as the next James Bond. There's, Henry Cavill, there's Richard Madden, there's, sino si Loki, yung artista si Loki?
Tom Hiddleston?
Tom Middleton? Diba? Tom Middleton?
Hiddleston.
Oh, Tom Hiddleston. Who else? Sa naiisip ko, I mentioned Richard Madden, diba? And there are a lot more. Meron nga naging nominate na female African American. Yung mga brief niya, sabi niya, bakit? May nakalagay ba sa kontrata ng James Bond na hindi pwede maging babae ang James Bond, let alone be African American? Wala naman
Because in the name James,
you racist,
sir. Because the name is James, sir. That's what it is. Would you want to see a womanizing woman?
Namblema ka ba? Bakit? Yung G.I. Joe, di ba? Namblema ka ba nung ginawa nilang G.I. Jane?
No, I didn't watch it. I fucking
But still, namblema ka ba? Diba?
Hindi.
Feminist bastard.
Each to his own, right?
Sexist bastard. Joke lang. Pero I mean, come on guys. Sa mundo natin ngayon, hindi na hindi mo na kailangan pumasok sa mga ganitong discussion, yung mga ganitong disagreements. Kasi, I mean, small things. Pag lumabas, edi wag mo panoorin. Diba? Unless na lang na yung director o yung creator ng James Bond ikilala mo, di sa kanya ka magreklamo. Pero if you're just a viewer, if you're just a normal person like I am, just pag nandyan na, just watch it. If you don't want to watch it because you're a sexist bigot or whoever you are, you're a racist, bakit ka? Nasa yun na yun. Diba? Nasa yun na yun. All I'm saying is, keep an open mind, guys. Ngayon lalo na ngayon, keep an open mind. We're in this era of innovation and creativity, and everything is being created left and right. Everything is being innovated left and right. Meron nga JPEG na binabayaran digital JPEG. Diba? Binabayaran, diba? I mean, keep an open mind. Malay naman natin si Goku, malay mo si Goku gawing Pinoy, diba? Magalit ka ba? Si Goku Pinoy?
Pinoy pride. Right? What I would say is, in a world of multiverses and, else worlds and what ifs, just treat it as it is. If you are still subscribed to the idea of, let's say, one type of story, my only claim to success with these things is my hold on success rather is Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson, and he made it work. It's all about how the delivery of the story is, and if worst comes to worst, don't watch it, right? So if you have a problem with if you have a problem with it, don't. It's okay. You have your opinion. Get your own people. Let's chat on Discord. But as much as possible, we understand. Try to keep an open mind, and we'll see. Let's see how it turns out. We'll see how.
Dami paraan dyan Kunyari, hindi mo create ka ng Discord na. Kunyari tayo. Create tayo ng Discord. Tapos i-invite natin yung mga taong ayaw sa Mortal Kombat. Tapos pag-usapan natin doon. Di ba masaya? Masaya nga yun ganyan
Hate. Let's keep our circles of hate communal.
Pero isipin mo naman, you're going to be comparing the problems of Snow White and James Bond, or who the next James Bond will be, to whatever the fuck Mortal Kombat to 2021 was. Yan ang comparison mo, di ba? I mean, there's a special place. There's a special place for Mortal Kombat, and that's in the crapper.
Right. Bago tayo mag-move on sa next topic, I just want to say hello to the guys who joined us.
What's up, Blim?
Hello.
Blim is here. Ano topic ngayon? Just sit back. We just finished Peter Dinklage's problem with Snow White. We have 2 more stuff to talk about. Hang on, Blim. Si Lee Charles. Oy, paring Lee. Si Sir Lee. Medyo laggy tayo ngayon, guys. Please take a look at the video. Let us know if there's something wrong with the audio or the video. Thank you for letting us know, Lee. Hello din, Pogi. Sabi ni Shin, hello mga kuya. Hello, Shin. What's up, dude?
What's up?
Hi, Shin. What's up?
What's up? And of course, the champion of the social media news bits, my Joshua Clark is here, Trickster. He's sharing, of course, his abundant wisdom on things.
Oy! Lala.
Yan. Kapatiran sa bigote. Sa bigote. Okay.
Bigote
All right.
Squad, alright.
Moving on to the next, something a little bit more hopeful, something a little bit more positive, something that's still not sure is Blizzard's teasing of a new AAA survival game. It's all up for speculation. No detail has been given yet as to how it's going to play, but this may be the biggest thing about this is that this happened right after the Microsoft X Activision Blizzard deal came out. So that means this thing is in the works and it can be powered by that transition. I see Trickster's Joshua's comment here. I hope it's not as empty as the other games. We want it also too. I hope it's not empty like most survival games. Yeah, that's a problem with survival games. It's the player base. There's not much to do. It's too empty. I'm a huge fan of survival games myself, having played a number of them quite recently. 7 Days to Die is a game that I play on Steam. But kayo ba, what do you think about this? What do you think this game is gonna be? How do you think it's gonna be played? Given that it's created by Activision Blizzard, and now supposed to be soon to be powered by Microsoft, Captain Mike.
Um, dito natin malalaman yung how will Activision Blizzard perform after the acquisition, no? Remember, the last game they made was somewhere around 2016 with Overwatch, and then yun nga, yung favorite ni BJ, yung Diablo Immortal will be coming in soon. Ito ba yung isa sa mga games na tinago ni Blizzard kasi they were being held back because of something?
Anong Diablo Immortal Cup?
Yung
Tagal na yun
mobile game.
Matagal na yung mobile game yun, ba?
Oh, i-release pa lang. Wala pa sa mobile devices eh.
Huwag na nila i-release.
Yun na nga.
Please.
So
ito na lang. Ito na labas nila.
Yun yung sinasabi ko dito. The initial pictures, if you see the ones below, shows two separate worlds. So one reality somewhat, and then another is a fantasy world. I think this would be a different IP on its own. Pero coming in from, ako kasi naglalaro ko ng Division 2, it has its survival modes eh. Will this involve co-op? Is this PvP or PvE lang? So many questions na niya. Lalo na Blizzard has a reputation of creating or building people from all over the world in the form of the World of Warcraft, obviously. I think this would be a hit. Pero since naghahanap pa sila ng tao who will fill in the space, I think it's gonna be something to look forward to. Trailer please, yun na lang.
Yeah. I also look forward to it, but I want to hear Noch's idea on it. Noch, you've been a follower of the lore from Blizzard, and I think that's what Blizzard is very well known for, is how they write their stories and how they craft their worlds. What do you think the survival game is going to be, and how do you think that plays out with what Blizzard is known for?
Personally, I don't really think Blizzard will be working on this. Really, it's kasi kung early stages pa yan, definitely tatamaan na yung pag finalize ng deal between Microsoft and Blizzard, which of course I welcome kasi put in Blizzard's script writers, creative team, and then bring in the directive knowledge of Microsoft, paano nila ginagawa yung games nila, then I'm sure they're going to create something big. No, lalo na dito that this is going to be a survival game. And survival games are kind of the in thing now. I'm not sure kung bakit. I'm not sure why. Pero they seem to like the idea of the players creating your house, your weapons from scratch, no? Although survival games have been released before pa, no? Maraming survival games diyan eh, like Ark, Rust, 'di ba? These are multiplayers pa. Pero ito kasi survival game na I assume there's going to be a story kasi it's in a different universe than what Blizzard is known for. Diba?
Right,
So,
right, right.
again, there were no details. Wala pang details if it's an MMORPG like Valheim, or will it be a survival game slash single player game? Di natin alam eh. Not yet. I don't wanna say judgment on it yet, but definitely kung isasama to sa mga bagong projects ng newly acquired Activision Blizzard under Microsoft, then this might just be one of the next best things to come out sometime 2024, I guess. Assuming.
Oh, and you brought up a very good point because you're right. A lot of people, a lot of games right now are kind of survival based. They might not be fully survival, but yes, halos survival. Like we were playing a game called The Forest. And matagal na yung nirelease yan, and then suddenly we realized that the sequel to it, The Sons of the Forest, are coming out. So a lot of these games, and it started from Minecraft, and you have your ability to create your own craft your own items, yada da. And I guess siguro yun yung tinatahak nila na route. Sabi nga ni Blim as long as it's zombie survival game, okay ako dyan. So Sir Blim, bossing, try out The Forest and or 7 Days to Die. Zombie yan, mga ganyan. The Forest is nasa island lang. Because I think, I've always been a Blizzard fan. I've always been a Blizzard North fan. When they wrote Diablo, when they wrote, Warcraft, even before World of Warcraft came out. Importante sa akin yung kwento the story. How do you progress in the game? And I really look forward to it. I agree with what Captain Mike said. Trailer, please. I want to see what it's going to be like. But we won't see more of it until, the latter part of 2022, I think. Kasi, 2024 pa ba to? 2024 pa, no?
I assume kasi walang details talaga eh. So this is basically early development.
Oo. And they're still
literally. Diba? Exactly. Yung announcement kasi, the announcement, I'm not sure kung nabanggit ni Cap, no? Pero the announcement came with a hiring post. So, alam nyo, for all those that are looking for work at magaling kasi ginagawa mo, and then malay mo makapasok ka sa Activision Blizzard, lalo na ngayon na nililinis na nila yung Activision Blizzard, it might just very well be the next best place to work for.
Alam mo pare, dream job ko yan, makapasok ako sa Blizzard
talaga.
Dream job ko yan.
That's what?
Kahit tagapunas ng lamesa, puto ba? Where do you work? I work for Blizzard.
Oh.
I spoke to a guy, just maisingin ko lang ng konti, no? Early during the early days of PopMug, plugging for sure. I spoke to a streamer, his name is Tart. So shout out to you, GH Tart. And he worked for Blizzard as the country representative for Hearthstone Philippines.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Nagsistream pa siya ngayon. Check him out. Tart, Tart. And he was the representative for the Hearthstone community here in the Philippines, and he did go to the Blizzard head office. Ang ganda daw talaga. Ang ganda ng lugar. Solid.
So, kaya nga 'di ba nagkakagulo sila doon kasi sobrang ganda.
Correct. Well, that's our second news. It's something to look forward to. But now I give the floor, ladies and gentlemen. Mortal Kombat 2. God, why? That's my question. Why are we doing this again? Why do we have to go through this? I swear to God, I'm gonna give the floor to Chino for the first time.
Ako talaga?
Yes. Chino, take it away, man. Unleash the Kraken. Mortal Kombat 2. Okay, sige. Let me preface it with a very humane and objective line of questioning. What do you think went to their goddamn minds making this? What do you think? There's a new Twitter post. Mortal Kombat 2 is coming. What do you think about it?
Well, I'm not sure kung alam nyo, no? So I'm basically the social media manager for G, and actually I was having second thoughts kung cover ko siya. Pero sabi, okay, sige, we're the voice of the people, di ba? Malay natin. there are people out there who's very interested in this. Okay, sige. So, pinost ko. Pero, I had a hard time creating the caption. Yung
Parang
original
ano, no?
caption,
Parang umupo ka talaga, pinag-isipan mo na maigi, ganun.
yung original caption ko was,
Oo.
yung the end na lang. Basta marami yung edits yan eh. Marami yung edits. Nilinis ko siya, promise. Tapos yung huling caption ko, yung huling sentence ko, I was supposed to put in like, will Johnny Cage make his appearance in the sequel? We hope so. And we also hope that he could save whatever this movie will be and remove Cole Young in our minds.
Okay.
Ganon talaga. Pero pinanawa siya. Kasi nga we're the voice of the people. At gusto natin, di ba, subjective tayo. You know, sige, lagay natin yan. Okay na. Sige. Pero may hashtag pa rin na Cole Young sucks.
Hindi na talaga maalis yun. So, yeah, just to give you a little context, ladies and gentlemen, when I saw the post on G, when it finally came out, two things went into my mind. Like, how long did it take for Chino to finally process and send this objectively? And second is, at what state of his sanity is he now that he has posted something about what he hates the most? I swear to God, if there's something you want to torture Chino with, is you tape his eyelids open and make him watch Mortal Kombat. And then now that there's two, string the two of them.
Tapos, you know, hindi natin alam kung ano, again, hindi natin alam kung ano yung magiging story ng two. So, okay, wala naman problema eh. Huta.
Actually, sabi ko nga eh, maganda yung graphics, maganda yung costumes, you know, they nailed it. The acting is a little bit, it's
They could have
passable.
nailed it again on sa ulo ni Cole Young. Sana pinatay na lang siya ni Goro for some reason.
Actually, I was thinking he would die. Because, you know, in a normal fan would think, who the fuck is this guy? This guy's a fucking jobber, you know? Like, he's even worse of a jobber than that of Reptile. And Kano killed him in the opening scene with a fatality. So I'm thinking, okay, this motherfucker is wearing a golden zipper jacket with tonfa growing out of his fucking fist. Like, you know, a wannabe Wolverine or something. And Goro comes up, Prince Goro, Shokan, leader of the Shokan race, comes out, oh, this guy's gonna dead. This guy's gonna be dead, for sure. And he kills Goro. Puta, what?
Dahil lang nagkano siya ng armor ni Aquaman, di ba?
Right? And di ba, what is that armor? Is that what's supposed to be?
Ito pa. Remember, they haven't even started the actual Mortal Kombat tournament. Pucha, nagsusuntukan na sila. Wala pa kami nangyari. Di ba?
And Goro's dead. You know, like, the tournament didn't even start. Goro's already dead.
Huwag natin kalimutan na Mortal Kombat was a tournament.
Right.
Hindi siya parang tattoo, birthmark, na parang pag meron ka nun, you are destined to wear the clothes of Aquaman and beat a for
which is
total monster, whatever.
Total load of shit, because that Aquaman is Atlantean. It's supposed to be a Japanese thing. Diba ano siya ni Scorpion eh. Tama, diba? He's a descendant.
Ito sasabihin ko.
Sige.
I did not mind na binago nila ng konti yung laban ni yung history ni Sub-Zero and ni Scorpion. I don't mind. Kasi most fans know kung sino talaga si Sub-Zero doon. And he wasn't Lin Kuei Sub-Zero. He was Quan Chi. He was Quan Chi. I didn't mind na si Jax ginawa yung sobrang support na tao. Hindi mo naintindihan.
Did you see his arms?
Parang alam mo yun, parang siyang T-Rex na humaba lang yung kamay. Parang ganun.
It's an Allosaurus. That's what it is.
I mean, I didn't mind that. Sabi nga nila reboot eh. Different stories and whatnot. Sige. I didn't mind na si Raiden looks like a rager na parang magpa-party lang siya. Diba?
And is an actual asshole. Raiden is an asshole there. Tandaan mo.
I didn't mind that Liu Kang. That Liu Kang did not look like the Shaolin monk that he was supposed to look like.
he's wearing the MK11 Liu Kang shirt. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, that's stupid. And I didn't mind everything else. I didn't mind that they changed the the physical appearance of Lizard, Reptile. Pero mukha kasi siyang lizard doon. Akala ko na siya si Spider-Man in all of this. Ano yun? Mukha si Connors eh. I mean, diba, there's a lot of things. Noob Saibot was there, nakita nyo naman, diba?
Right.
So anyway, I did... So, go.
Wait, Noob Saibot?
No, Smoke.
Smoke.
Was there. Smoke was there. There you go. So I didn't mind that. I didn't mind all this shit, diba? Kasi, reboot. Okay. Bigla nila in-introduce si Colian as a has-been UFC fighter na has a destiny because meron siyang birthmark. Tapos apparently, yung superhero power niya was to get an armor that looked like the Aquaman suit. Tapos meron siyang imaginary tonfa na mabubugbog niya siguro with that.
Buti nga he got that. Sabi nga ni Josh on sa chat, the tattoo gives you the ancient magical technique of cyborg arms.
So yun. Remember, di ba payat ng kamay ni Jack?
Oh.
Paano na yung powers niya, biglang lumaki yung kamay niya? Ano yun? So, after lumaki yung kamay niya, pag di na siya lumalaban, balik siya sa payat na kamay.
Snowman arms. The actor himself, I mean, in the movie, there's a script na sinabi niya. So he threw the whole concept under the bus. So what does this mean? That if I didn't lose my arms, I didn't get these powerful machine arms? Sinabi niya yun eh. He was asking, what would have been my powers if I didn't lose my arm? Right?
Isa pa yun. I didn't mind that these powers, became superpowers for everyone. Diba? Yung powers nila was supposed to be something na they're with, na meron sila. Like, Liu Kang, he has this, yung explanation, if I remember it correctly, was his burning passion for life. Parang ganon. I mean, not in the movie, pero that's how I remember it being described. Kaya ganon yung powers. Basically, parang ganon. So, with Kung Lao, with this, and ito na nga lang eh. So yung powers ni Kung Lao, yung sobrang lakas niyang bumato ng hat niya.
I was thinking it was the fucking hat itself, man. I mean, I was thinking it was. See, if he didn't have his powers, he didn't have the hat. So.
Tapos, di pa tayo tapos doon. Si Kano, ang superpower niya is yung kanang mata niya makapag-lay optic blast.
Oo.
Yun ang power niya. So yung kanang mata niya lang. Diba? What the fuck? Who came up with the story for this shit? I mean, alam mo, tapos na yung Mortal Kombat. That was 2021. And we can't say any more shit for Mortal Kombat 2 kasi mabalik lang tayo sa 1. So, I don't know. Johnny Cage, save it.
So you asking who wrote that shit? Who came up with the story?
Yes, who came up with the story?
The screenplay was Greg Russo.
Fuck you, Russo.
Sabi ko na. I mean, if you want content, just put Chino and Mortal Kombat 2021 in one room. You get an entire live stream, whole day worth of content, man. But that's it. That's our news for the evening. We all hated it. It sucked. And
here's a takeaway, by the way.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's gonna be with Jeremy Slater, which is the
Johnny Cage, I suppose.
Jeremy Slater, head writer for the writing the Umbrella Academy, Exorcist TV series, and Moon Knight. Diba?
And Moon Knight, yeah.
Tapos yung Death Note US adaptation, he screenplayed that. The takeaway here is, and just to put the pangontra lang sa spin, kumbaga, there are some sequels who are better than the first one.
Not in the Mortal Kombat series, right?
Yeah, yun na nga.
Not in the Mortal Kombat series.
Okay. The expectation kasi is yung you should give yung kung sino man ang gagawa ng movie na to should give justice to the community you're making this movie for. Don't do
No.
Just
I don't agree. Kasi ito yun eh. If let's say you're going to make a movie. You're not going to make a movie only for the fans. you're going to make the movie for the general public. Which
Okay.
is fine. Kasi ang point nila kasi doon is, not everyone knows Mortal Kombat.
Oo.
Kaya nga may reboot eh.
Pero
And Cole Young is
Sucks.
is the symbolization of the people who does not know what Mortal Kombat really is. Kaya nga pagpasok niya rito, hindi niya alam kung ano tong birthmark na to. Kala ko tato. At hindi niya kilala kung sino itong mga to. He doesn't know. Kaya they spent the half of the movie explaining the shit to him.
oo.
Right.
Okay, sa akin,
In which indirectly is explaining it to the
Exactly.
non-fans.
Pero, ito yung point ko eh. There were a lot of movies that were released even before Mortal Kombat na no one had any reference to. Like Sonic, for example. Not everyone knows Sonic.
True.
Di ba? Yung mga bata, di ba? Yung mga matatanda, hindi man nila masyadong kilala si Sonic eh.
yung
Mali ba
mga-
nila?
Oo,
Pero
oo.
hindi naman sila gumawa ng extra character na magiging kaibigan ni Sonic. Extra Sonic character. Alam mo 'yon?
I agree.
I mean I agree that the human the addition of a human person befriending Sonic. Okay, that's okay. Okay 'yon. Pero hindi nila they didn't spend half of the movie explaining what the fuck is happening to Sonic's life or kung sino talaga si Sonic or bakit may power siya and all that. Iniba nga nila yung main source of power ni Sonic which came from the coins apparently. 'Di ba? Pero alam naman natin hindi 'yun eh. Ang point ko lang doon is you could have done something else.
Right.
To introduce the lore, introduce the character. You didn't even need someone like Cole Young to play as the general public dahil hindi naman nila kilala to eh.
Oh, they could have come up with another character.
Di ba? These movies, like ito, Assassin's Creed movie. Who watched the Assassin's Creed movie? The live action one. You
Eric
did.
Fassbender.
Ikaw, Mike. Fassbender, right? Mike, napanood mo?
No.
Di pa.
Di pa.
Okay. Anyway, so syempre, you're going to compare to the game. Sino yung character sa game? Si Desmond Miles and si Altair, 'di ba? Yun yung unang Assassin's Creed. So I understood kung bakit hindi nila ginamit 'yon. Pero supposedly, we were all expecting sana Desmond Miles to. Or sana si Altair. Kasi it would have been a very interesting movie for us. Pero it wouldn't be an interesting movie for the general public, siguro. Kasi we wouldn't know kasi they didn't try it out. Diba? So instead, they casted Fassbender, which is, para sa akin gusto ko yun eh. Mike Fassbender ba?
Michael Fassbender.
Michael Fassbender. Basically gan. Tapos, yeah. I'm not sure kung sino yung I remember it's not Desmond Miles though. Yung character niya dun sa They totally changed the story of Assassin's Creed. And I didn't mind it at all. Actually, nagustuhan ko naman siya eh. Despite yung mga tao not liking Assassin's Creed.
Wait. Sorry, you were asking who his character was. It's not Altair. It's not. It's Aguilar. And he's not Desmond. He's Carl.
Ayun nga. Exactly.
Carl.
So they changed everything about him.
That's Carl.
Diba? They changed everything about him. Yun yung point ko eh. You're going to see Assassin's Creed, they changed everything. Which is fine. Diba? With Mortal Kombat, we can't change everything. Kasi nga, the characters are what makes Mortal Kombat great. Tapos pero magdadagdag ka ng Cole Young to represent the general public. Sabi ng director yun eh. O sabi ng executive producer yun eh. Di ba? I mean, alam mo, nauubos yung oras natin kapag-usap nito. We could talk about this.
I just want to say that you hit something that's really important in the discussion this evening, is that nowadays movies are made. Of course, of course, you make a movie, you want to make money, right? The same way as you making games. Right now, it's all about marketability. It's all about sales. It's all about revenue potential. It's all about the box office hits, right? Supposed to sell to make money. You know what I really wish? I wish we go back to the days when movies and shit like this were made because the creators thought it was fun. Diba?
Oo
back
naman.
back in the day, pare. I mean, I think we need that now. Back in the day when they created the very first for example na lang, give me an iconic movie in the 90s na nagustuhan yung dalawa. Sige.
Yun na, sasabihin mo na eh. I mean, aliens.
Oh, Aliens. So, for example na lang Aliens, okay? Nobody fucking knew what xenomorphs were,
Exactly.
right? There's no there's no story,
There
there's
was no
no
lore behind, I mean, there was no information regarding the lore na babasahin mo
right? There's
before
no
you,
reference
diba?
before
Wala.
that, right? On the other hand, you have an animation, and by the way, there was an animation of the Lord of the Rings. Yun may basis yun. Pero
Napanood
the
ko
way
yun. It was crappy, pero
it was shit. Referencing it didn't age well. But if you watched it
it didn't age well. It wasn't well at all.
it was crappy animation. It was even human animation.
Nakakatawa.
Diba? Diba? May tao dun eh. Pero at the time, they didn't know any better. Right? They were just basing it off J.R.R. Tolkien's book. Uh, it was just merely a representation of what they thought they got from the book. And then aliens totally out of nowhere. Yun yung sana bumalik eh. Right? That's and there's so many things that we could bring back in the day given that the news that we have right now. And I think that's what we're going to be talking about, ladies and gentlemen. That's how things have changed now. And I want we here at G, we want to take a look at what is good now, that what's not here that was great then. Okay? Pagbalik tanaw muna tayo kung sandali mga kaibigan. Let's take a look back at the things that we've all enjoyed before that would make sense, that we think would make sense if they came back now. It would be really good if it came back now. We want to experience this. Let's take a look back and take a walk into the nostalgia lane, ladies and gentlemen, as we enter our main conversation and hit the G spotlight. Bago natin simulan ang ating kwentuhan, basahin ko muna ang mga comments from our guys. you infected Joshua of your hate. Uh, well, no. He already has hate innate
Ayun
himself.
lang.
Sabi niya, if there's one thing that I want them to do is to stop disrespecting the 3D era characters by killing them off because they are embarrassed on producing them. Yeah, like see yung vampire, what's her name? The flying thing na hinati ni Kung Lao in half. Who the hell is Cole Young? Sabi ni Stanley. Johnny Cage exists. That man was clueless about Mortal Kombat and Outworld shit. Yes, he was actually in the movie. He has
Exactly, that's it. Yun yun, siya yun, di ba?
And he doesn't even know.
He was ignorant.
He was ignorant of everything that's going on.
He could have, yun na naman tayo, babalik na naman tayo dun. Pero isipin mo lang, dapat siya na lang.
But because he wants a white man, but because he was a white man, the director just said, "Nah, we just need an Asian man instead, because that don't want another white guy on the blank slate."
What?
Actually, that's one of the reasons why they wanted to feature diversity rather than the story. One jank video game movie I didn't mind was Prince of Persia. Oo nga, Prince of Persia, especially based on the PS2 Sands of Time timeline. Well, Super Mario Brothers movie exists in the 90s too, and that's the reason Nintendo became too protective of their IPs, because yes, they botched the Super Mario movie right now. So, let's start the conversation, mga kapatid. There are so many things back in the past that we would want to talk about. And I think it would make sense if they came back here. We had their shitty movies, and I said that was my example. I hope we could go back to the days where movies were made because the creatives behind it thought it was cool and somebody believed in it and funded it. Ngayon kasi mga kaibigan, in 2022, we're technically on our second year of the pandemic, third year actually. From 2020, 2021, we're now on the first month of another lockdown, another thing here in the Philippines. And there are so many things that we could get benefit from if they still existed today. one example that I would give, and I want everybody to share their thoughts on this. One example that I thought of is because of the circulation of fake news out there on the internet and all that. You know what I wish would come back? Magazine subscriptions of National Geographic and Reader's Digest. Diba?
Oh.
I mean, how do you fake news that thing?
You
Right?
don't.
When you get the National Geographic back in the day, pare, that's science and culture and everything in history right there. And it's infallible. They're correct. These are news bits. These are documentaries on sheets of paper. And I just wish that we could get that. Because when you read something there, you know it's true. Even the stories of Reader's Digest, lalo ko tatay ko tsaka nanay ko meron yan. Reader's Digest tsaka National Geographic. And it was fun reading them. Wala na tayo ngayon nun, pero I really miss that.
Well,
because I never had a mistake by reading stuff from those. That's one. Okay? Reader's Digest, National Geographic. Kayo. Ano sa inyo? Start with Captain Mike.
the one I wanted back from the past would be those toys na would be those handheld toys, the simple handheld toys where where kids can just enjoy.
Oh, like these?
Hindi, pero
Upalang puta.
I want to be specific. I want to be specific with this kasi nung panahon ko, I mean nung back in my day.
Bakit in World War II? Oh.
Gag. Yung alam mo yung pag pumupunta ka doon sa mga tindahan, yung sa mga stores dati, yung nakadikit lang yung mga G.I. Joe doon sa wall.
Oh, man, it's not that expensive.
Oo. Tapos sinasabi ko sa tatay ko na kuha niya ako ng isa nun. Ang natira na lang doon was si Cobra Command.
Oh. Cobra Commander yun, that kinuha mo.
Kaya nga, yun yung binigay sa akin. And that's the only G.I. Joe item I had. Dahil bata ako noon, syempre, bubuksan ko yun, aning ko yung paglalaroan ko syempre, kasi it has, yung mga joints ba, diba? Yung gusto kung pwede mo siyang i-position to the way you want it. Yun yung gusto kong ibalik. Kasi it's just a simple toy that will, halimbawa, kagaya ngayon, kung if I have that now, lalagay ko siya dun sa, lalagay ko siya ngayon dun sa station ko and I'll just play with it lang. Similar to how Archie would use his G.I. Joe character sa mga pictures niya sa Facebook, di ba?
Talaga.
Oo. There was that, So, yun yung isa sa akin. Kasi, ngayon, tinignan ko siya sa market probably last month out of curiosity lang. And found out na they're expensive na.
Yeah.
Can we just bring it back lang and enjoy playing it? Hindi yung enjoy mo na nakadikit lang doon sa pader mo, di mo nabubuksan until time immemorial, ha?
Oy, bubuksan ko to. Wag ka magparinig. Bubuksan ko naman yan. Unboxing ko pa mga kaibigan next month. At pantay niyo.
Bubuksan ko to play it and just appreciate the product itself. Oh, yun. That's for me. Yun sa akin.
Okay. Ikaw paring Noch. Anong gusto mong ibalik from the nakaraan na magandang maibalik ngayong panahon na ito?
Ako kasi, nung bata ako, I used to collect magazines. Gamer ako, obviously. And,
alam ko yan, na-excite ako. Nakita natin yung recently.
Honestly, sobrang never, nung bata kasi ako, never ako nagkaroon ng subscription. Kasi mahal. Mahal, diba? Subscription to GamePro, to EGM, Retro Gaming Monthly, EGM to Wizard, diba? The PlayStation Magazine, yung Nintendo one, lahat yan. Yun ang gusto ko. Matagal ko na gusto talaga kolektahin yun. Pero if I would collect it now, I would do it kasi for the sake of collecting lang and not for enjoyment. I wouldn't want that. Parang gusto ko kasi yung may enjoy ko siya. Meaning I'd read news about gaming there. I'd look at tips and tricks, yung mga ganon. Yun ang gusto ko ibalik. Magsasubscribe na ako.
Diba? I mean, nowadays it's so easy to get information. And don't get us wrong, we are beneficiaries of that information superhighway, right? Sabi nga nila. Pero you waiting in the mail for it to arrive and you find out, holy shit, finally they're releasing the new Super Nintendo cartridge next year, or eto pala yung tips and tricks sa Castlevania, and you only read it there. Diba? And then finally may checklist sila ng may price list. I remember Inquest was for Magic the Gathering and card games. Tapos malalaman mo yung presyo ng mga cards doon lang. So hindi ka mabubudol ng classmate mo na binibili sa yung Grinning Totem for 50 pesos. $200 yun. Nakita mo sa Inquest, 50 lang binibili sa iyo. That's good. That's nice, ha? That's nice, ha? Basahin natin yung mga sabi ng mga friends natin muna dito. RJ, si RJ Hatch, what's up, man?
Yun,
Ang magandang lalaki ng mga ito. Yes, you're right, sir. Absolutely correct. Thank you for the notify and the followage. Sabi ni Joshua, I remember that Nintendo Power issue with the smelly Earthbound ad. Oo. Naalala namin yung kakaskasin mo, tapos aamuyin mo siya. Oh. Those magazines are so cool. What the hell they were thinking with that ad? Sabi ni Brian Lim, yan, Nintendo Power. Game Pro, Electronic Gaming Monthly, yan. Ninong daw niya yung nasa gitna, si Noch. Ninong daw ni RJ. May inaanak ka pala sa chat. Tingnan mo yun. Another thing that I want to bring back right now is, and most of the stuff that I'm going to be mentioning is all about community. Kasi I'm so tired of not being able to this is probably, I'm an ambivert, by the way. One day I'm an extrovert, the next I'm hiding under the bed. I don't want to talk to people. I'm an introvert.
You don't
Pero
say.
it most of the time I'm okay. I have no problems with being in a crowd and in an event. But I want to go and hang out at an arcade. I miss the arcade, man. Like, and it's not the regular time zone where we have the pachinko and the gambling, the thing in Guadalupe. No, these are real arcades, dude. The pagpasok mo pa lang, ang una mong maririnig, Yoga Flame, di ba? Tiger Uppercut.
Naalala ko yun, pag dadaan ka lang, di ba?
Diba? Get barukit, di ba? Lalo na pag binuksan mo yung pintuan, kasi there was a AMF Puyat Sports Hall doon sa mall malapit sa amin sa Makati Square. Tapos Super Bowl, they call it Super Bowl. Pagbukas mo wala na, sarado na. Ang una mong mabubuksan talaga, maririnig doon yung X-Men arcade, yung apatan. Welcome to die. Yung ganon. So that's the first thing you will hear, and you know you're in a good place, and you know you'll see your mga kapitbahay ko na nandun. Nandito ka rin, ha? Pinipilahan yung Street Fighter Zero.
Di lang yun. Can we also add yung mga backseat drivers ng back in the day? Dapat yung pinipindot mo yan, ganyan. Yung pagpupunta ka sa mga ganyang groups na-miss mo yung mga tao, yung mga kaibigan mo na, hindi dapat ganyan ang ginawa mo. Hindi, dapat Tapos darating na sabi, hindi, ako na.
Correct. And this happens in arcades. Like, really, sabi nga, working arcade machines.
Yes.
You know, real arcade machines where you go to actually play and not make. I'm sorry, I also sing karaoke and videoke, pero hindi not the ones that we have today. All right, the real arcades where legends were made. You know, where fighting game players gather in one thing and ubusan ng token. Diba? That's one thing I want to bring. Kasi it would be great now because now we're so used to, and this is the rationale, we're so used to playing behind our own screens that we kind of lose that gentlemanly manner. Yeah. You know, I'm lawful evil in Dungeons and Dragons. So I cause evil but in a lawful way. Subukan mo man trash talk sa ML, di ba? Lalaro ang ML. Tangina mo bobo, di ba? Subukan mo sabihin na sa arcade.
Lalo pagkatabi mo?
I swear to God, even if it's not the guy that you're playing against, I swear may sasapak sa'yo sa likod, di mo alam kung
Out of nowhere.
Magsabi ka lang ganun, tangina mo, tae ka, wala kang kwenta. May sasapak sa'yo bago ka makalabas. Pero di mo alam kung sino. Ganun ang aabutin mo talaga. It teaches respect among young gentlemen and boys and girls in the neighborhood. Yeah. Fuck that final furlong. Yan, yung mga machine na puta yung mga novel arcades, sasakay ka sa kabahay tapos gaganunin mo para mabilis. Para masaya, diba?
Yung Captain Blastman na susuntok ka.
Yan. I miss playing that,
Yun.
dude.
Tapos last man, putang na, alam mo, I'd go to Glorieta, di ba, yung time zone na.
Yeah.
I would spend like mga 31 hour doon sa Captain Glassman, Yung Captain Glassman. Kasi gusto ko siya tapusin. Bibigyan mo yung kamay mo, nasakit yung buto-buto mo sa kamay. Para lang makasuntok ka lang, wah! Igagano'n, wind up ka pa. Igagano'n ka. Ano ka makagawa to?
I don't punch like this eh. Talagang
Kala mo naman yung sa pwesa mo.
Oo. Yung ano na yan ng Sonic Plasman, biri mo, pipilaan yan eh. I mean, sa SM North EDSA, no? Nandun na sa labas yun. Ng arcade mismo. Kasi nasa labas na yung machine.
Yung machine.
Kasi di ba may mga tao na naglalaro yung mga Street Fighter, yung mga arcade use sa loob eh. Pero that along with some probably others na nandun sa labas. And when they play that Sonic Blastman, yung punching game na yun, it will nasisira na yung phone nun eh. Nasisira na yung
bakal yung loob nun eh.
O bakal yung loob nun.
Sakit kaya nun.
Akala ko naman nung panahon mo, Kap, puno lang na saging yung mga tinitira nila. Animal banana blastman. Di ba?
Natutuwa talaga yung pagkaganon.
Ito, may binanggit si Joshua, nakatawa ko. Never forget, we almost became criminals because of a child. So let me tell you what happened. Alam mo yung hammer?
Wow.
So we're doing it, right? So it's him and I think it was in Tagaytay at one point. So we were just, goofing around and we're trying to outdo each other, right? So we're trying to outdo each other in the hammer game. Suddenly, when it was my turn, I think it was my turn or my brother's turn, full swing pare downwards yung hammer. Yung malaki as in mallet. Okay? Yung maso ni Mario. Pagka gano'n namin, so may dumaan na bata. Putang ina. Buti na naipigil na napaatras kami. Kundi. Nagbakasyon lang kami sa Tagaytay, nakulong pa kami. Patay yun. Sigurado ako.
and you know how we teens, yung put effort talaga doon sa mga ganong klase.
Kasi syempre, patay, you wanna be strong.
Right.
Yun ang mga wala ngayon.
Parang yung Sonic Blastman nga eh. May kwento ako doon eh. High school ako. I was a loner. Loner ako ng high school. Kasi galing akong Brunei. I didn't know everyone from high school. Hindi ako nag-grade school sa kanila. Kasama nila, diba? So I was the new guy. And I was weird. Weird ako eh. Tapos, isang beses, pumunta ako arcade. Kasi yung mall na pinupunta ako, malapit lang sa bahay namin. So I go there first. Before I go home. Laro ako ng konti. Tapos, nakita ko yung mga classmates ko, yung mga batchmates. Yan doon. They were nagkukumpula sila dun sa Sonic Blastman na game. So nakita nila, sino yan? I didn't know these guys, hindi ko sila mga kaibigan. So they were playing, diba? Tapos sabi, ikaw naman, maglalaro ka ba nito? Sige, maglalaro lang ako. Sige, so they went aside, sinet up ko na, laro ako, tapos they were looking. Siguro hindi nila alam. Hindi nila alam na mabigat kamay ko eh. Pag-suntok ko, yung kalaban ni Sonic Dawson, tapos sumabog yung mga tapos sumasabog, sira yung building. Ganun. Tapos nakalimutan ko na yung number nun eh. Apparently, it was medyo malakas for my age then. Kasi pag kita ko doon, nakikita ko, sumisigaw sila. Sabi ko, pagkakatuwaan itong mga gagong to.
Di ba? Ganyan magpasikat. Ganon magpasikat mga kaibigan. Hindi
alam plano ko yun.
Sadya pala yun. Yan, yung mga ganyan.
Before we continue, sorry. I'm encouraging everyone who's watching, share yours. You have something in the past na you want to bring into the present? Yung siguro yung mga something na meron ka noon na gusto mo ibalik ngayon, o yung wala ka noon na gusto mong ibalik ngayon, please throw in your comments sa comment section namin. We'd love to read them out. We'd love to hear it from you.
Right.
Isa pang gusto ko ibalik was mga computeran. Not Netopia computeran The console ones. Yung rentahan, yung rentahan.
Oh,
Like, kasi mo,
God
magbabayad ka ng,
damn.
let's say, 20 pesos isang oras. So, before, gumastos ako ng pagkalaki-laking pera. So, mga 2,000. 3,000. For a kid, laki na yun.
Oo naman.
Meron kasi akong palaruan before na pinupuntahan. Dati, tawag doon, I'd play Tony Hawk. Doon ko tinapos yung Tony Hawk. Doon ko tinapos yung Legend of Ligaya. Basta may mga tinapos na ako doon. So, naging kaibigan ko na yung may-ari, yung anak na may-ari. Yung barkada ko na. Sabi ko, okay, sige. Mag-invest ako dito. Sabi ko. First investment yun. Punta ako sa Harrison Plaza. Bili ako ng mga bootleg PS CDs. Kasi yun yung uso, di ba, mga bootleg. Kasi,
yun yung meron tayo.
yun yung meron tayo. That's basically 50 pesos per CD. Okay, sige. Bili ako. Basta hindi ko alam kung magkano ginastos ko in one go. Pero all in all, nagastos ko mga 3,000. Bumili ako ng mga ganyang kakapal na CDs. In all, ganyang kakapal. Tapos, binigay ko doon sa may-ari. Sabi ko, Tito, ibibigay ko na po sa inyo to. Pero every time naglalaro ako, libre ako.
Kapal ng mukha. I was gonna say, see, this is what's new about you. You know, I always thought of him of asking shit for things in return.
Actually, that's how it started.
Kaya, every time naglalaro ako doon, I go there ng morning, matatapos na ako, gabi na. Niyaya na ako mag-dinner. Nung pamilya nung may-ari nung kupit.
Kain ka na. Nandito ka rin lang naman.
Uwi na rin ako. Alas 9 ng gabi ang putan. Shit, yung mga gusto ko yan.
Pero alam mo, yung mga rentahan na yan, apart from you getting to play with friends and all that, back in my day, that's where you learn shit. That's where you learn and you pick up like new stuff that you didn't know before. Like we were ang uso pa noon pare, kung PlayStation 1 na rentahan niya, brother, Bloody Roar 2. So Bloody Roar 2 naglalaro kami. And I always go for Yugo and Gado, my kind of characters. But I didn't know how to play Silong the Tiger. Kasi and then meron siyang 10-step combo na pak. Tapos pag gumanon siya, gagano na siya. I couldn't pull it off.
I've never expect you to play as Yugo. Kasi hindi ka mahilig sa main characters.
I play Gado. Yan, you expect me. Yan, mga kalaban.
Gado.
Sino? Puta Bususima.
yung chameleon.
Yung chameleon. No, I play Yugo and I wanted to play Shenlong, yung kalaban na Long. But you only get that. Parang paano palalabasin si Shenlong? Kailangan tapusin mo si Long nang walang talo. Ganun ba yun? Walang internet noon eh. Right?
Oo.
So, and when the next time I played with my friends, nung hiniram namin yung PlayStation niya, we tried to do it and lo and behold, totoo nga, na-unlock namin si Shenlong. At saan ko lang malalaman yun kung hindi sa computeran, pare. Kung hindi sa arkilahan. Yung mga ganyang passing on of community knowledge.
Alam mo, magdala-dala ka bang notepad? Kasi maglalaro ko ng GTA eh.
Hindi. Ako
Yung mga
GTA
cheats.
yun eh.
Yung mga cheats.
Legend of Dragoon.
Puta.
Yung input nung ultimate nila. Yun ang meron kami ng kapatid ko. Punta kami doon.
Medyo nabligaya, boy.
Ligaya pala. Yung may parang martial arts. Ligaya. Yeah.
Speaking of those RPGs, there siguro isang bagay na gusto kong ibalik, yung back in the day nung PlayStation 1, yung nagkokopyahan kayo ng memory card.
Tayo lang gusto ko rin ito.
Kasi di ba, remember guys back in the day, kung gusto mo kasi ngayon pala, if you want to unlock a character, you have to freaking pay for that character.
Yeah.
Back in our days, meron ako dito yung complete character na sa Tekken. Tara pre, pakopya naman ako, ganyan. Tapos kopyahan kayo.
Alam mo problema dyan? Pag nag-rent ka lang, tapos yung may-ari ng memory card na ginagamit mo, nirentahan mo. So every time na gagamitan mo yun, pag inabura yung save ko.
Oy, yung kapitbahay ko, bumili ng, walang PlayStation, pero bumili ng memory card.
Ayun ang ginawa ko. Bumili ako ng 2 memory card, boy.
Oh, di ba? Di ba? Kasi nga,
Oh.
you need your saves eh. Putay na.
Ano yan?
Naalala ko yun. O, tama yung sinabi ni Cap. Kasi now, DLCs eh.
Oo.
Right? Every now, it's DLC, it's unlock. You know what I want to bring back when it comes to gaming? Unlockable characters. Yung
Yun.
out of hard work and grinding, I wouldn't mind getting beaten in multiple times in Dragon Ball, Street Fighter, Tekken, as long as kahit hindi ko characters, lalaruin ko siya para lang ma-unlock ko yung ending niya.
Oh.
Tapos lalabas si Anna Williams kasi ang ginamit ko si
Yan,
Tina.
Tekken 2, di ba?
Diba? Ganun sa Tekken eh.
Tekken 2 ba yun? Tekken 2 ba yun?
Oh,
Alala ko.
Tekken 2, Tekken 3, and onwards. Right?
But, I mean, the fun of finishing each character's story came from Tekken 2. Sa akin, as experience ko. Kasi I never played Tekken 1 nun. Nag-jump off na ako sa Tekken 2. Although I've heard of it, inisip ko, ano kaya yung Tekken? Nalala ko yun eh. Parang inisip ko, ano kaya yung Tekken? Tapos yung grow na ako Tekken 2, that's where I experienced yung fun of playing every character in the game. So slowly, you're building up your roster. Tapos pag natapos mo na yun, sabi mo sa mga barkada, meron tayo ng Tekken. Oh, bakit? Nakumpleto mo na? Oh, kumpleto ko na lahat. Tapos, nasalpak mo. Oh, let's say, mas marami kasi sa Tekken 3. Mas enjoyable eh. Kasi nandun si Gen, nandun yung volleyball. Diba? Pero I mean, the point na sasabihin sa barkada, oh, natapos mo na lahat. Oh, nakumpleto ko na lahat ng characters.
Yun.
Diba? So, yun eh.
Tapos kukupalin mo, gagamitin mo. Alam mong mas magaling ka, gagamitin mo. Hindi, Mokujin.
Or Bon. Bon lang po, natalo pa sila.
Kasi alam mo na lahat eh, right? Kasi right now, personal experience. Right now, in the fighting games that I play, I only play Akuma. That's one. Akuma or Ryu, right? Akuma Street Fighter. Sa Dragon Ball, si Beerus, si Goku Black, tsaka si Majin Buu Little, yun lang. I mean, I only have one character, or at least a set, pagka-tag. Kasi nga, gone are the days where it's worth it to explore a character I don't like just so I can get the character I want to be unlocked. Wala na yun ngayon eh. Imagine niyo, pre. Bumalik yun ngayon. Bro.
It'll be fun. Kasi kagaya nung back in the day, no, yung I'm not sure if you guys remember, no, Dragon Ball Z Super Botuden 2.
Oh, yeah. I played Botuden.
Sa SNES pa yon, yung i-unlock mo para lumabas si Broly.
Yung 3 yung nalaro ko eh.
Ayun.
Up, X, down, B, L, Y, R, A.
Yung Kakarot. Kakarot 2. Tapos lalabas si Super Saiyan 3 Goku.
Future Trunks.
Super Saiyan. Tingnan natin.
Boto din.
Hindi ko na maalala. Basta ang alam ko lang kasi dahil yung boses nga ni Kakarot dun sa niya, paglalabas na dun sa screen. Kasi kailangan mo bilisan yung daliri mo eh. Back in the day, how many buttons do you have to press na mabilis para
Future Trunks yan eh.
Future Trunks. Up, X, down, B, L, Y, R, A.
Kakarot 2.
Yan. In the arcades naman, we have di ba? We have yung paglabas ni Akuma dun sa sa arcade.
Yung sa X-Men, yung ano ba 'yon?
Yung I'm pertaining to Street Fighter na Hyper. Yung 'di ba meron siyang mga list of characters below. Tapos lalabas to.
Nalala niyo yung cheat sa Donkey Kong Country. Yung paglalabas yung layers of na symbol. Tapos may kailangan gawin na combinations. Tapos meron kang 99 lives.
Oh, I didn't know. Donkey Kong Country?
Donkey Kong Country, man. Yes, man. Yun lang naman yun eh.
Nagulat ako doon lang. I mean, 99 lives.
It might not be 99 lives. Teka lang. Tingnan natin ha. Hindi ko maalala yung exact eh. Pero
habang sinecheck mo yan, babasahin ko yung mga comments.
Yeah.
Sabi ni Joshua, one bit I'll never forget. This is in relation to the arcade. One bit I'll never forget was I almost got into a fight with an old timer in a time zone. I know this story.
Ayun.
Time zone because I beat him in Soul Calibur 3. He looked super angry and was wondering who beat him. Then he saw me. a child back then. So he just went off defeated. Gago.
Salbayan si
Um,
Joshua. Parang nakikita ko yung the way yung super seryoso ng face niya and how he smirked probably.
no. He didn't smirk. He was just looking goofy like this. Anong gagawin mo? Ganun yung mukha ng tumalo sa'yo.
Wala ka na magagawa, di ba?
Ito, nabasa ko na. It wasn't
Ah.
99 lives, it was infinite lives.
Holy shit, talaga?
Pag start mo ng
Nice.
game, kailangan mo talunin yung first level. Tapos, return to the first level and lose all your lives.
Yeah.
Tapos, when Cranky Kong reappears, yun yung combination. Tapos may papasukin kang secret bonus area. Naalala ko yung pagpasok mo doon, parang treasure room siya. Tapos hold start and tap select to return to the game with infinite lives.
Holy, see these mechanics like these, you don't find them in games anymore. Yeah, sure, you have fucking Unreal Engine, you have Forspoken, you have all of these really nice looking, fancy schmancy, glittery games, but nothing beats the infinite lives of Donkey Kong. You know? Teka lang, basahin ko lang to. Brian Lynn sa rentahan sa Recto. Boss, napadaan kami dyan. Nandiyan na kami. Bloody Roar 2 sa dance pad tayo. Oo, dance pad. Oh, magandang pustahan yan. Bill's Gate sa Recto.
Yeah.
Bill's Gate.
Bill's Gate. Oh, tama. All the times I spent playing Soul Calibur 3, trying out every route for the arcade story mode for a character. Oh, kailangan mong sunod-sunurin para makuha mo si Voldo, para makuha mo yung mga ibang characters. I chose it over Soul Calibur 2. Yeah. That's cool. That's absolutely cool. Here's another thing I want to bring back nowadays.
Oh.
That we direly need. If it weren't for this goddamn virus, if I'm going to outright blatantly say nasty words online, on live, I fucking hate this virus so much. It has taken so much away from a lot of people. Lives have been lost. Families have been devastated. And I just want to, Thanos snap the entire thing. Just so it can go away. Because one thing that we miss are, events like cons, like tabletop tournaments with cosplays, those one-time event of a year that you all gather into one place just to enjoy everything. We had the opportunity to do that last year, though. We had the opportunity, biglang plugging. We had an opportunity to do that with the G3 guys at the Pop Bug Mini Expo, where we had people with toys. And it was I don't know about you guys, but I felt very, very happy because that was the first con I had since the pandemic hit. Very first one. And, just being with people selling their stuff that they care deeply about. And when I say care deeply, guys, shout out to Decada. When you pick up an item, they'll explain to you what the historical value is.
Oo.
You go to another toy store. Wait, let me remember that. Toy collectibles and Katrina's collectible toys. You pick up a toy, they'll tell you where it's from. Remember, we saw the animation cells from Dragon Ball. May kwento yun eh. May drama pa sa kwento. Di ba kinukwento Chino and I were walking around and they were telling how they got it, and there was this, this guy and his ex, and it's just the sharing of stories. Competitive events like I don't know if you guys have been to a Magic the Gathering tournament or a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament na ang dami-daming lamesa and people were playing and then suddenly it's finals na tapos naka live screen na ganon. I miss that.
Imagine mo if they do it now with the technology we currently have.
Exactly, with the technology that we currently have. And people are so tired at home and we can't do these things anymore. If it weren't for this pandemic, I think the last con that was I think cosplay Matsuri happened last year. December, pero konti lang umattend, konti lang yung tao. They were trying to come back. I didn't attend the cosplay Matsuri. Pero yung ESGS ba 2019, no? 2019
yun ang
yung last.
crowded, everyone was there. Alam mo yun, makikita mo talaga na people would like to see new stuff. And that's the power of nung mga ano na yan, ng mga events na yan,
Look
diba?
Look at this, brah.
So, alam mo yun, kung hindi lang Rev Major also was a big
Rev
thing,
Major.
Diba?
Oh, Rev Major. The live Rev Major. I want to get back to these things. And hopefully with your help, with your support and prayers and love, sana this summer, we can do another Pop Mag event. Sana sama.
Abangan niyo.
Abangan nyo yan. We'll all be there. We'll add more, not just toys this time, but maybe with games, huh? Maybe
With
this time we get
comics.
with comic stuff there. What if we engage into an actual tournament there on? Goddamn, we're gonna do it. We're gonna bring it back with your help, guys. With your help and by the support of God Almighty, please.
Ayan o, si Boss Blim o.
Yan.
Ayan, Blim, boss. Pagka meron kaming sir, sali ka.
Oh.
Tumugin mo ng guile mo, ha.
Yan.
Pag ikaw yung attraction namin, beat this guy for 50 pesos. Ganun.
Hey, JC!
Oh,
JC Malapit is here.
Speaking
Hey.
of, JC Malapit, just dropping by, flies away. What's up, brother? From another mother. Yeah. One more thing I want to bring back. One more thing that I want to bring back. That I haven't had. Personally, ito sa akin, I miss playing tabletop games with another person.
Yeah.
Competitively or at least for fun. I miss it. I mean, playing Magic, playing Yu-Gi-Oh, playing Pokemon, I taught it to my kids. Excuse me.
How do they,
And we can't, sabi niya, anong game? Street Fighter. Beat this. Ay, di pala Street Fighter, sorry. Ano pala? Centipede. Centipede. Galaga.
Yan.
Ayan, Street Fighter sabi niya. Sumagot si Josh, Street Fighter 1 daw, yung may pressure
plate.
buttons. Oo. The harder you hit, the harder the attack. Ganun. Pagka makahanap tayo ng ganun, malay mo may supply ng original na cabinet ng Street Fighter 1. Tapos yung pressure Street Fighter 1 cabinet, ay na solid din. But I want to play cards. I know there are a lot of people who play cards here, play tabletop, play Dungeons and Dragons. Nowadays, Dungeons and Dragons have come back into an online thing. There are even websites out there that allow you to create your own 3D map where you can play Dungeons and Dragons. Because the best part there is, here's the thing about tabletop communities. Iba-iba nang iniinom. May laging may drinks na dala. Ang namimiss ko doon, yung isa naka Pepsi Blue. Yung isa naka Pepsi Max. Yung isa naka Fanta. Isa naka Coke, Diet Coke. Isa naka Coke. Wala nang mga ganun na yun, Nalala may commercial ng Pepsi Blue. Yung pupulutin ka sa kangkungan, those campy commercials, they're not here anymore.
Nawala na eh. They diverted themselves to a different approach to the audience.
Fanta, wala nang Fanta.
Yeah.
Ano ang miss ko? Yung Magnolia chocolate drink na nasa glass bottle.
Na paper yung takip.
Hindi paper, it's like foil eh. Parang foil.
Oo.
Parang
tapos
foil
iwanan
eh.
mo sa labas.
Tapos iwanan mo sa labas. Tapos kukunin nila.
Nag-aaway pa kami ni Joshua ng dati, nabasag yung isang bote, puta, pinalo kami, wala kami nainom.
Gusto ko yun. Lalo na kasi, kaya ako nagustuhan yun kasi we usually drink it pag pumupunta kami sa CCCP. Every Sunday, pupunta kami sa CCP. Tapos my parents would buy us yung mga kapatid ko, would buy us these drinks. Kasi maglalako yun, di ba? May mga maglalako niyan eh.
Oo.
Tapos bibili ka, tapos tangina, malamig. Mas ang sarap niya.
Oo.
Yun namimiss ko yun. Definitely.
Yung kasabayan nun yung Twin Popsies.
Ha?
Oh, Twin Popsies.
Yung Twin
Pero
Popsies,
kasi
dalawang stick na
yung
gano'n.
dalawang popsicle.
Yung pahirapan kayo pagpuksan.
Twin Popsies, meron pa.
Iniba na lang yung pangalan eh. Pero back in the day kasi, yung mga nagtitinda nung Magnolia nun, di ba? So, sobrang dami nila. Kasi maglalakad lang sila nun eh. Tapos bibili sila yung mga maliliit na cups ng Magnolia nun na paper yung takip. Yung mga bote ng Magnolia drinks. Tapos yung popsicle na yun and everyone was so engrossed with the pinipig crunch and I just wanted my orange flavored Twin Popsies.
I'm sorry. When you said pinipig crunch, when I was a kid, my perception of pinipig is pagkain ng matanda. I swear to God, I'm sorry. Pinipig pang matanda lang yan.
Yeah.
When you go for kids like chocolate, and even maybe ube, but ube and pinipig, Pero Magnolia, if you're listening, dude, in this day and age of deliveries, imagine mo gaano kalaki business ang magagawa nito. Balik nyo lang yun, yung bote.
Oh, I buy that. Tapos, alam mo yun, deliver ulit. Alam mo yun, similar to what they did before.
Oh, every day, right? Inumin mo siya, bukas babalik, iwanan mo doon, kukunin. Ang kapalit nun, nandun na. Iwanan lang nandun sa tapat ng gate, diba? Yun ang, yeah. And now it's perfect for 2022 because the deliveries are doing well. You have Grab, Food Panda, mga ganyan. Even the dishes that wasn't selling before in Chowking, I remember there was a dish called motong. Yung parang crispy noodles na braised noodles. They discontinued it kaya medyo sumama ang loob ko sa Chowking nung bata ako Pero if they just return these dishes now so that the new generation can taste it, and since deliveries are available anyway, the mere fact na magdi-deliver ng Magnolia chocolate, pare, na malamig. Diyos ko po.
Malamig.
Every day. Nakaw.
Diba? Sarap. Baka hindi na ako minom ng alak nun.
Yeah, break.
Siguro dahil nabanggitin na naman tayo dun sa consumables, if there's one thing na I missed, Smokies.
Iba yung hotdog?
Yes, Smokies hotdog.
Smokies, oo nga, no? Another one would be Carl's Jr.
And,
sabi nga ni Joshua, at least buhay pa A&W. Oh.
In selected malls.
Oo,
may restaurant pa ba ng A&W ngayon?
Ang alam ko,
kasi nung
wait lang, speaking of masarap na inumin,
yan!
Of Isla Capsules.
Hello, Cherry Lime! Guys, kung mahilig kayo doon sa Magnolia chocolate na drink at dati dapat-deliver nyo yan, ngayon, pa-deliver nyo yung Cherry Lime ng kape.
O yan.
And we're not talking about just ordinary coffee.
Nope.
Sarap.
Capsules, capsule coffees, If you have di ka lang anong tawag doon kasi di ako mga pinagtao. Pero you know the capsule machines na pangkape, di ba?
Pods.
There you go. Ayun, nagbebenta siya. Sobrang innovative tong babae na to. Sobrang innovative and she's an inventor of sorts. Grabe. If you're into coffee, contact her right now. Isla Capsule. Contact her right now. Order some shit. Orderin yung Combatron.
Sobrang sarap ng kape. Napakanta kami ni Chino ng Denver, The Last Dragon. Hindi na dinosaur dragon.
The Last Dragon.
So yan yung eto may announcement pa pala si Cherry. Go in the comment section. She said, "Thanks guys, miss serving you. Will be opening my first kiosk." Diba?
Wow!
Saan? SML Towers? Oh, Cherry! Kita tayo doon. Malapit lang kami. Doon kami nag-date ni Leia sa SM Norte. And we'll be there probably, spend Valentine's there probably. Kita tayo doon. We're ready to visit you. It's a G3 exclusive.
G3 exclusive excursion. I like.
Let's go!
Yan, isa pang dapat na ibalik yan. Yung mga ganyang klaseng content, pare. You go to a place that's actually good and you just do it stuff there.
Ulitin lang natin para sa mga viewers natin. Guys, if you're very much into coffee at you live in Quezon City, somewhere near North EDSA, punta kayo SM North. Kahit di kayo taga QC, you want to experience quality coffee talaga. Gusto nyo na pumunta sa ibang lugar. Diba? Punta kayo SM North. Ayan, February 15, may kiosk si Cherry Lim, Isla Capsule. Puntahan nyo siya doon sa SM North Towers. Bili kayo ng kape sa kanya. Cherry, meron ba Meron ba affogato?
Baka meron tayo dyan.
Yun ang ano mo. Ayan, Lim, yung wife mo, may sa kape. Try it out. Isla Capsule.
By the way, Miss Cherry, Brian Lim is the Philippine Guile of Street Fighter.
Yan.
He will sonic boom and flash kick his way to your copies.
At of course, hindi lang yun. Pag nag-okay na and mag-enter na tayo dun sa stage of ibalik na ulit natin yung Pop Mug event. This summer, definitely Isla Capsule will also be there. So,
Yes, definitely.
Ayan.
Definitely.
Cherry, may tanong si Blem. Anong sinaserve niya daw? Anong mga coffees?
Yan.
Sigatin niya na siya dyan.
So you can also check the
Yeah.
pin comment for that for the G sa na pinost na G Quadcast for Isla Capsule. Also dahil nandiyan rin lang naman si Sherin, thank you for visiting. She did mention na ANW is awesome in Malaysia.
Meron sa
May
Malaysia.
AW sa Malaysia?
Meron sa Malaysia. Let's see if meron dito sa Pilipinas.
Sadly, ako memorable AMW moment ko is SM Annex. Kung may katagpuan ka, SM North Annex
Mm.
Kasi nung back in my day, pag may gusto kong kitain, doon ko dinadala kasi mura doon eh. Root beer float.
Panahon ng hapon, Kap?
Hindi, wala pang ANW ng panahon ng hapon.
Sorry, sorry.
Pero I mean, you know, their hot dogs, their fries,
Oo.
and their root beer float.
Root beer. Yeah, no. Alam mo, I fucking hate root beer unless it's the A&W chilled mug with
Yan.
yung may float.
Alam mo yung rumor sa root beer dati?
Ano?
What?
May rumor?
Meron.
There was?
Ano?
Hindi nga. Sa mga kabataan kasi nung bata ako, matatanda na ngayon. Pero nung may rumor, ang rumor was that pag uminom ka rin ng root beer, mababaog ka daw. Same as pag nag-yossi ka ng mentol, mababaog ka rin.
Yung Yossi alam ko. Kasi
Oh yeah,
Yossi
I know
boys kami
din.
nun eh. Pero yung yung root beer, totoo ba? Nakakabaog daw?
I have no
Alam ko,
freaking
di ba
clue. First time
nilalagyan
ko
pala
lang to
ito yun?
narinig in my 41 years of existence.
Kaya nga matanda ka na kasi.
41 years, 41 decades.
Whatever.
Kapag 41 years ka pa mo, 48 ka na.
And that's the thing kasi kagaya niyan yung those are little things na we obviously appreciate. No? Yang A&W and then yun sabi nga ni Brian Lim dito yung 80 Smokies. Yung hotdog place na maraming topping combinations.
Toppings, yan.
Oo.
Wala na ba na yun, ano? Hindi ko alam na wala na yun.
Wala na.
Grabe, sarap nun, ha? Carl's Jr., kung if you guys remember Carl's Jr.,
yeah.
di ba, nalala mo si Burger, I'm not sure kung sino nagsimula, pero di ba Carl's Jr. also has their unlimited drinks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ang ginagawa namin before, bibili kami ng unlimited, tapos we go somewhere, bilyar, tapos someone else, from a friend, for example, refill ka. Pinakamalaki refill siya na kahit ano, tapos that would be the drink for the whole day. Gano'n mga bakit lang kayo.
Kapal lang mukha, abot. Talagang ibang klase talaga ito manggancho eh.
Ito. May isa pa ako.
Sige, ano yun?
Nag-chewing gum ba kayo nung bata kayo? Bubble
Naman.
gum, let's say.
Yes.
Bazooka. Sige, ikaw Kap.
Naman, bazooka din ako eh.
Ano yan?
Bazooka pang matanda.
Nganga.
Sa bagay, yung bazooka, ako, nagbabasuka din ako eh. Pero yung bazooka kasi pang matanda na talaga. Yung bubble gum ko, alam mo yung bubble gum tape?
Ha? Ano?
Bubble gum tape.
Yung binibili sa mga sweets corner.
Gano'n, bubble gum tape, di ba?
Naka-roll yun eh.
May katarantaduhan ng bata ko eh. Kasi yung candy corner sa meron akong tambay ng bilyaran. F-Red sa tawag. May candy corner sa tapat. Nung bata ako, ginagawa namin, noong umaga pa lang, wala pang masyadong tao. Pumunta kami doon, bibili kami ng something, tapos balik namin sa tambayan namin. Ang hindi nila alam, may bibili, tapos may kukuha ng chewing gum, candy, Altoids, yung mga ganun. Mahal eh, wala ka pang pera.
Oh yeah.
Kaya pucha, sa best kumuha ka ng bubble tape. Tapos may ginagawa ng mga barkada, parang tangina. Sino? Yung mga guard, may hinahanap ka ata. Pucha, ginawa ko, umalalim ako dun sa bilyaran. Tapos kinain ko lahat ng bubble tape sa isang kainan. Para, walang pruweba.
Sumakit saan ang chan mo?
Tapos, hindi ka naman nilolok. Yung mismong wad of bubble gum, dinikit ko yung bubble gum. Tapos ako po, bili-bili ako no? Kasi naka-uniform ako nun eh.
Oh, dear.
Dinikit mo sa ilalim ng bilyaran?
Oo.
Ay, ungas ka talaga, ano?
something chino would do talaga. Parang pag nakita mo ginawa niya, parang, I think that's a chino thing.
Meron yatang barkada to na ang apelido Escalera eh. School bukol eh. Ito si Ongasis eh. Tangina to. Loko-loko. Ninakaw mo na. Sinayang mo pa. Grabe ka.
Ako eh. Kaming guard eh. Pero ano
Sabagay,
yan?
guard yun, pare. Guard
Yeah.
yun. Delicates ka doon.
Delikado ako.
You know, it's nice to look back into these things and look into what would be great. It's not great to do that, guys, by the way. Disclaimer, we do not condone any form of
No, not anymore.
not anymore. Back in the day siguro pwede. We will condone it. But here's another thing that I missed that should come back though. So I mentioned the National Geographic, I mentioned yung mga bagay na ganyan. Isang bagay na gusto kong bumalik siguro ngayong panahon na to, no. That would benefit this year that we're in lockdown and all that. Naalala mo yung ano pare, yung party line.
Di ko experience yun ha.
Hoy, wag ka sinungaling.
Oy, ang kapal mo. Hindi ko experience yung party line. Iba yung experience ko. MIRC na ako. Bata pa ako nun.
Because now we have GCs, right? You now have Discord, right?
Ngayon, pero nung bata ako, hindi ko experience yung party line. I know of it.
There
Pero
are
hindi ko siya na-experience.
there are two things kasi where you get people to communicate eh.
Communicate. That's what they do.
Sure.
MIRC or
MIRC,
the party line.
Oy, ang party line. Simula na yun, bago pa MIRC, no?
Yeah, nauna pa yung party line nun. That's
party
where...
line.
Yun ang gawain nyo eh.
Hindi, sa kanya kasi walkie-talkie enable eh.
Isa ang sinuwa ito yung paper cups tapos sinulid.
Hindi kasi parang tama, ngayon may Discord na, so it's very easy to talk to people now, and also at the same time it's so very easy to ghost a person. It's meeting a person and getting the investment to talk to a person that you haven't met, is so difficult back in the day. So kailangan talaga when you get into a relationship or a new friendship at the very least, you have to be very fucking invested in it. Kaya medyo mas valuable yung connections noon. So ako, I personally did not get into a party line. I know somebody who did. And I know this person.
The name of trickster.
Hindi naman. Hindi. Wala nang party line nung panahon niya eh. Pero yung kakilala ko nagulpi ng magulang kasi party line, Brad, every day, Monday to Friday. Magkano isang oras nun?
Yan.
Di ba? Bago pa lumabas yung ikaw ba ay nalolongkot at walang makausap.
That's the 900 number.
Nagaganon siya. What the Nagaganon. So naubo talaga pagdating ng telephone bill pa. Gusto na magpakamatay. Papatayin din naman ako ng magulang ko. Ako nagagawa.
That was very
Nakamute ka.
Oh, nakamute.
Yeah, ano telephone niya ng ganun pa?
Rotary. Rotary phone ba? Tapos kung gusto mo ng operator, igagano mo yung plunger 2 beses. Tok operator. Kayo, meron pa ba kayo naiisip na magandang ibalik mula ng nakaraan? Something that would benefit us in this day and age?
Ngayon hindi masyadong mag-benefit. Pero if I would bring something back, I'd bring, alam mo yung hilig ng mga bata maglaro sa kalye. Diba? So yun, kasi hindi mo na siya magagawa. One, kasi matatakot ka eh. Ang dami ng gago sa mundo eh, di ba? Matatakot ka na sa kotse, sa magnanakaw, sa kidnapper, yung mga gano'n. Pero before nung bata ako, walang gano'n eh. Parang feeling ko ang lalawak ng kalye. Every place you go is a playground. Diba? As long as may mga kaibigan ka, kasama mga kaibigan mo. Tapos, I miss hanging out sa labas lang. Ito pupunta ka sa playground, punta sa park, tambay ka doon, nod ka ng basketball, sali ka sa liga. Then hang around sa park hanggang gabi. Tapos tambayan kayo, kwentuhan kayo hanggang madaling araw. Tapos you do that again kinabukasan. Summertime. yun ang sobrang na-miss ko. We usually we do that sa village namin ng bata. Lagi 'yon. Lagi namin ginagawa 'yan. Up to the point na natuto na kami uminom, nagkaroon kami ng mga bisyo. Yun yung naging buhay namin all throughout. Kaya yun, isa yun sa mga nami-miss ko. I mean, now, aside from COVID, diba? Aside from the pandemic outside, iba na kasi ngayon eh. Kasi syempre, you have your adulting responsibilities. Pero if I could bring back something, I'd bring back those experiences. I'd bring back those times na you were carefree enough to go out and hang out with friends. Tapos, you know, just the feeling or the experience of it.
Oo. Kasi panahon nila Kap, gera eh. So, I mean, that's...
Ayun.
Yung parang kasi nila kapag lumabas ka kasi kailangan may baril kang kasama.
Oo.
Kasi siyempre, maraming ginagawa doon. Tapos baka manakaw yung kabayo mo.
Oo. Tandaan mo, ang Guardia Civil ng panahon na yon talagang hihingan ka ng papeles.
Oo. Ay, yung papeles yun, puta, malalaking papeles eh.
Insurrecto ka ba?
Diba?
Miguel Quintana, isa ka bang insurrecto? Kosovo.
Miguel.
Yan ang
Hindi ka mistiso.
Yan ang mga bagay
Panahon ng Castilla.
Yan. Question daw. May nag-question dito.
Isa ka bang Indio?
Hindi. Di na, wag na,
Hindi
di
ka
na sa
mistiso.
akin. Di na ako
Anong
mistiso.
question?
Ang question daw dito, di ba na-experience ng mga gremlin yung touch ball sa school?
Ha? I think in the movie?
Hindi. Sabi niya dito, di ba na-experience ng mga gremlin yung touch ball sa school? Sino yung gremlin na tinutukoy nito?
Ako ba tinutukoy mo? Tatado ka.
Pero touch ball, hindi ko nga alam yung touch ball. Yung alam ko, kickball.
Oo. Dodgeball, batuhan. Batuhan tao.
Baka dodgeball.
Wala kasi, the term dodgeball does not exist in the Philippines.
Hmm.
Batuhan tao, tawag doon. Kickball,
Batuhan
iba yun,
tao.
parang, iba yun.
Kasi kami na nasa States, we usually play dodgeball and hide and seek with my friends.
Hide and seek?
Hide and seek.
With a held T.
Yan.
Hide and seek.
Galing.
Nung-
Hide and seek.
Nung mga panahon na yan, ang laro ko lang ng Caps and Rubbers.
Tumuka Caps
Tapos
and
yung
Rubbers.
Robert naman putong ina. Hoy, hindi pa ginagawa tapos naman sa panahon mo, no? Siguro yung
Ayun
panahon
ka.
mo, takip silib.
Hindi, ang laro niyan sa Mactan. Habulang Kastila.
Pabulang Kastila.
Tapos pumitan ng papel.
Ayun.
Alam mo, hindi ko na, ayaw sa ibalik to, ha? Pero naalala ko lang, ito kwento namin. Nung bata ka kasi, diba, very explorative ka eh.
Yan.
Curious ka eh. Tangin na punta ka kahit saan eh. Tangin na punta ako sa creek, malinis yung creek, baba ako sa creek, langoy ako doon, tapos di ka na makakataas, diba? Ganun, katarantado ng bata. Nung bata kami, sa village namin kasi, uso yung magpapagawa ka ng bahay. Tapos wala namang titira, paparentahan mo. At the time kasi medyo mura pa yan, medyo mura. Sa mga mayayaman mura pa yan. So marami din ganun sa amin. May barkada ako. Naghanap kami ng hideout kasi uso sa amin yung gangster, yung
mga pasi-pasi.
Kaya mga ganyan, no? So, mukha kaming grupo namin. Nakalimutan ko yung pangalan eh. Basta magawa kaming grupo namin. Tapos wala tayong hideout. Saan tayo magtatambay? Saan daw kami tatambay? Saan mo kami giyosi? Tatago kami giyosi. Yung barkada ko, doon along the street, yung street namin, may bahay doon na walang talaga tumitira. Kaya yung barkada ko, inakyat. Inakyat. Tapos binuksan yung pintuan.
Tarantado.
Ina. Kami ako bata ako. Puta, ina. Tapos pumasok kami sa loob ng bahay. As in, literally, na walang furniture. As in, empty house. Tapos doon kami nagpapaluan kunwari ng paddle na plywood lang naman. Doon namin tinatago yung mga yosi, sigan.
Stash. Yeah, stash.
Isipin mo, hanggang gabi kami doon, walang ilaw. Parang gago mga bata, no?
You have no idea of how much wonders you can find with a kid with a simple stick.
Oh,
That's how simple it was. Just give a kid a stick and he'll dig. You know what I mean? And then the things he will find. Just to explain it, gentlemen, I think what Chino was saying, there's a term for it. It's called juvenoia, and that is fear or hostility directed from the older generation to the younger generation. In fact, kayong dalawa, narinig nyo na yung iba ng panahon ngayon. Narinig nyo na yan from your parents. Because I'm sure their parents also told your parents, iba na panahon ngayon. It's always that fear of how different this age now is.
Oh, yeah.
Kung panahon na, 'di ba? Kung panahon natin, we would think na tama si Chino. Ang lawak ng kalsada, everything is out for exploration. You find the house, you climb into it, 'di ba? Pero imaginein mo, yung mga bata ngayon doing that now. No, kasi you are now more fearful towards them. Nung panahon mo okay yun, pero pustahan tayo, yung magulang mo, iba rin ang tingin doon. Sobrang delikado rin yung ginagawa mo noon, nung panahon mo.
Kasi pag nahuli ka, palo ka sa pwede.
Di ba? Gulpi ka talaga. Pagka nadamay ang magulang mo sa kalokohan mo ngayon. No?
Nako.
Yeah.
Ang hirap nung back in the day. If there's one thing na I missed na gusto kong ibalik, school fair. Yung mga maliliit lang na fairs na nangyayari back in the day.
Assuming that the school reopens, no?
Oo. Kasi yung mga halimbawa yung mga banda nun, 'di ba, Eraserheads, Parokya, they go to high school and colleges, side A. Pupunta lang sila doon and enjoy the
gusto
course.
nito ni Captain, may pang millennial no?
No. Side A. Side A back in the day.
Records ka.
Ano ba side A, paborito ng nanay ko yun.
Kaya nga, nanay ni Chino, si Captain Mike, Sampaguita Records to eh.
Ayop ka.
Pero tama si Capo, yung mga pupuntang mga musikero sa school, kasi doon nabubuo yung pangarap eh. Makikita ng mga estudyante, pare, paglaki natin, syempre may paglaki natin, magiging ganyan din tayo. Yan. Mga pangako ng mga high school na
yan.
Pero you all see it because it's a sense of community. And overall, I think with what we've talked about today, what really kept coming back is what you could do with other people. You notice, even the Magnolia thing is done because it's easier to deliver stuff now because you cannot go out. We miss events. We miss things that we could do with other people. We miss going to places where we could hang out with other people. And where they are now, I don't know. Some, the Magnolia chocolate business went out because it's more expensive to do the delivery daw eh. Yeah. And they called off the...
Pati mga bote, mahal siya.
Mahal ang production nun, tapos i-deliver pa. So they called that off.
Pero ngayon, mag-iiba na yung perception nila nun. When that happened, pag ngayon yung nangyari?
Ay, nako. Miss Sherry, if you're there, that's a business opportunity. Mag home to home house to house cafe subscription ka.
Yan.
Tapos every day de-deliveran mo.
Or every month.
Yung mas mura yung deliver, mas mura na kasi ngayon eh. Mas accessible na. Mas madali na, di ba?
Oh, with the tech that we have now, all the more that we can do these things. One thing that I miss are library cafes or book cafes where you could go there, magbasa ka ng manga, magbasa ka ng libro. Wala na yun ngayon eh. If you want some alone time, medyo high-end ng konti yun. Pero yung mga palaruan, yung mga arcades, the computeran na rentahan, you build connections there. And I guess, as human beings, we're a community animal. Eh. We thrive in a community. Yes, some of us will thrive on their own once in a while, but overall, humans are communal animals. And I think what we're trying to say right now is sana, sooner more than later, we could get back to it now. We could get back to our communal activities to celebrate life together as people. Positive message from
Positive.
Positive. Pagkatapos magkwenta na nagnakaw ng bubble gum tape, inakyat yung bahay. Tapos montik makapatay ng bata sa Tagaytay. Positive po kami, mga kaibigan. May ubos ng party line na libo-libong peso. Yan. So before we close off the evening, I know we're running close to our 2 hours already, but before we close off the evening, I just want to say that we here at G3, we wish things to get normal again. And by normal meaning we could do more together as a group. minsan lang kami magkasama-sama nitong mga to, and then we're looking forward to times where we get together and actually do some stuff. So maybe in the future we could bring back the days of, we'll play we'll do some stuff together, we'll hang out. Malay mo, mag-ala 90s Pinoy movies tayo. Magagawa tayo ng mga
Ah,
vlogs, tapos bandang huli nasa beach tayo, sumasayaw tayo na gano'n. Ah,
with short
Walang
shorts and
iba
one
Ay,
piece.
sa
masarap sa
kapag titinginan
pagtitinginan na.
natin.
Tapos kapag yung mga babae, gagawin natin.
Bubuhatin mo, no?
Sexist, bigot, anti-feminine. Bumalik dun sa news
Alam mo,
problem. Bigot.
alam mo yung bigla ka, bigla na lang pupunta sa beach out of wala lang. Parang,
Okay,
diba,
natapos
beach
na.
tayo, okay.
Oh. Natalo na yung kalaban. Tara, mamasyal tayo.
Yan.
Yan.
Oo.
Yeah, panahon ni Kap yan. Si Kap nagpasimuno nun.
Basic.
Pero last words, ladies and gentlemen, last words from you guys. What can you say about today and the things that you remembered out of nostalgia? Let's start with you, Captain Mike. Your final words for the evening, and what did this discussion? What did you take away from this discussion?
So, there are so many things in the past na there's that are so good. It's not wrong to bring it now to the present. Kasi those little things that made us happy back in the day can also bring joy to other people when you bring it in. So, don't forget those things in the past that made you who you are right now. And kahit na alam natin na pandemic pa rin and all, it's a good thing pa rin na we keep these in mind. Kasi magulo ng mundo as it is eh. So remembering little things will obviously make you feel better. So yun. Massive shoutout by the way sa lahat ng nanonood sa stream. Thank you po for the privilege of your time. And that's it for me.
Thank you. Noch, kaibigan, pare, kapatid, in the realm of bigote.
Ano yung question? Dalawa.
Well,
Okay.
hayop ka.
Pero ako, I share in what, I'm going to dovetail on what Cap said, no? Iba kasi pag, that feeling of nostalgia kasi boosts your happiness eh. Diba? I mean, masaya when pag iniisip mo yung times na wala kang masyadong iniisip, you're carefree, you're a teenager, so ang iniisip mo lang, putya, crush kaya ako ni ano kaya yung kakainin namin mga barkada ko, iinom ba kami tonight, ano bang merienda ko sa labas, yung mga ganon, yun lang yung iniisip na ng bata ka eh. There were no bills, there were no kids, there were no marriages, di ba? Wala, it's really just you and your experiences out in the world. So, ako, I really love looking back at how I became who I am right now. Kasi kung wala yung mga experiences ko noon, I'd probably be a different person than I am right now. I wouldn't be here. No, so I'm very thankful for that. If there are things that we can get back, diba? Why not? Diba? Why not? Kasi these are things that gave us so much joy nung bata tayo. It gave us a lot of happiness pag na-experience natin sila. And I can't say na the feeling would be the same now, pero I can say that it would be a positive feeling when we get, especially yung mga magazine subscriptions na pinag-usapan natin. That would really make me happy. But yeah, we may not be able to get all these things back, pero yung memories natin with on them, yung memories of games, of the kids that we play with, of everything that we have nung bata tayo, those memories will always be with us naman. And we can always look back and talk about these things that we want to get back. We may not get back all these things, but we have a lot of things to look forward to. We have a lot of things we have now. And the real secret really is to find the joy inside every find the joy in whatever you have and whatever you do.
Correct. Correct. Nice. Napaka makapagpagdamdamin naman.
Napaka-wholesome, no? After
Sabi-
pag-usapan na naging active bahay ka pa.
Bigla kang, let's be all thankful with what they... Ay. So we added one more apart from bigot, sexist, and anti-woman. We're now hypocrites. Pero may dadagdag ako, mabilis na. Hindi kompleto ang bahay nung 90s ko. Wala kayong encyclopedia sa bahay. Yon, meron na.
Collier's. Pero BJ is the guy who has Collier's encyclopedia at his house.
Ano ang encyclopedia? Yung Encanta?
Encarta. No.
Encarta.
We have Collier's, Britannica, and then Webster's. And tapos meron kaming encyclopedia for kids. Anyway.
Binili niyo rin ba yun sa salesman?
Ha?
Binili niyo rin sa salesman yun?
Oh, naging tropa ng tatay ko yata.
We'll go door to door.
Naka-Corbett kurbata pa yun eh. Tapos yung Electrolux na vacuum. Nagde-demo sa bahay.
Ano pa?
Tsaka Tupperware. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode. Just want to hear before we say hello. There's nothing else that I can add to what Captain Mike and Noch said. But apart from that is we want to bring this back not just because of us ourselves to enjoy, but also to share with future generations. Whatever it is that we experienced back then is something that we would love to have the new generation take part of, and that's probably something else. Be happy with what you have and everything that they said. But apart from that, please don't stop having fun. We are not lying when we told you that we did all those things when we were kids.
At huwag ka maging akit bahay.
Don't enter property kasi ngayon you can get shot, believe me.
It can happen now.
Huli lang, ngayon baka mabaril ka pa. So before we get into any criminal liability, so a huge shout out to our supporters, that came here first up, Isla Capsule. Check them out. You head on over to Facebook.
Thank you, Cherry.
Thank you.
Isla Capsule Official. And their website, which is islacapsule.com. Of course, JC Malapit, the CEO and the main guy
yes,
of Chaotic Pixel Studios. Head on over to their Facebook and chaoticpixel.itch.io. Combatron, Project Phoenix Phase 1 is out.
Guys, kung hindi nyo pa nalaro yun, definitely laruin nyo. I-download nyo. Bilhin nyo sa Chaotic Pixel Studios, then laruin nyo. Unfortunately, wala na kayong sorry card from JC. Pero, he would gladly say sorry. Just let us know.
May bagong print out! And of course, Kai Creations, guys who made really awesome. Ito, nakita ko si Slimer. Hinahanap ko kasi si Sonic kanina. He was mentioning Sonic. So nakita ko si Slimer and awesome shirts from Kai Creations. Look him up at facebook.com/Kai Creations. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That has been another 2 hours of geekery and nerdism here at the G3 Podcast. Gamers, geeks, and good times. This has been your host, BJG, along with Captain Mike and Noch. We will see you next week, Friday, 9 p.m.-ish, plus minus, maybe some sort of kind of. But don't forget, check out our Twitter, Instagram, and of course, our YouTube page where we will upload our highlights and our full episodes. Again, have a great day and see you in episode 37 next week.
38.
38, sorry. We'll catch you guys soon. Sorry. Final na lang, nagkamali pa. Mag-unbox na rin po ako next month ng mga laruan ko. Please join me there. Thank you very much. This is BJG, Notch, Captain Mike. Bye-bye!